Have you ever wanted to learn how to do a collage on your gel paint and do it in a single pull? We're going to show you how I do that. Stick around until the end and maybe something special there. Okay, let's go. Okay, what we're doing here is getting ready to do an image transfer. What I'm doing, I'm going to put some to the paint. It needs to be enough so that the transfer can happen, but not too much, so that it buries the image. And with a transfer, what's happening is the paints or the toner that is in the image you're transferring repels paint. So you need to have enough paint that it can do that. Give it a good rub here. Make sure that I get a good transfer. But you don't want to let it sit for too long, otherwise it will dry out on you. Okay, you can see the eye there on the top. And I'm going to do the same thing down at the bottom. I have a another image of a whole bunch of eyes that I'm going to put down there. And it's the same process. Image transfers are kind of a tricky thing. You have to find that Goldilocks zone of how much paint to put down. It needs to be enough, but not too much. There we go. Again, nice good rub on that. Okay, and you can see the eyes there too. They're hard to see in this light. I'm going to add some paint off to the side and do a little bit of mixing. So I've got my blue gray and add a little bit of magenta along with that. And I'm going to just mix it up, but I don't want it to be make a new color. I just want to have the modeling of colors, as you can see there. It's creating some texture and some depth. And I'm just putting that over the top so I can put the next layer on. Now this is going to come in with my stencils. I'm going to pull up some of the letters, and so I can get another layer of texture. Okay, we're back over a little bit more blue-gray. And I'm adding just in places so that I can, again, another layer of texture. But I'm trying to keep the colors that I'm using pretty monochromatic, or at least monochromatic in what I have. Okay, this is some newsprint that I'm putting down here. And truth is, this newsprint didn't make it as nice a transfer as I would have liked to have seen. But these are the things that you play with. I mean, the expectations are for one thing, but the truth is, you get what you get, and some of it just comes down to skill levels. Okay, I'm adding some titanium buff light over to the side. And this is my pole layer. Kind of decided I wasn't getting enough paint down, so I could get a decent pole, so I added just a little bit more. And that's, again, it's a fine line you have to walk. You don't want to put too much paint down, but you want to have enough that you can get a decent pole. this should be pretty good. It should almost look transparent without being like it was the first side. Okay. This is my wet strength tissue. I'm pulling up to see how it is, and it wasn't quite enough yet. But I'm getting a decent pull out of it. This is probably one of my favorites because I did get a lot of color. This is the first one I did. You can see up here the beginning of the eye. And this is as close, if you look at it, as close to a collage as you could possibly, I've gotten today. So this is the first one I did. You can see the eye, you can see the separate eyes I had down here, and the number. The only thing I didn't get here was the print that I had, the newsprint I had. So this, if I were to frame it out properly, I think this actually can be standalone. It's very interesting. Is it a collage? It is in the roughest sense, but I definitely like what I have there. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you found this useful. If you found this useful, go ahead and give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. And of course, share it with anybody you know that might be interested. This has been Thursday Trim, and up after me is going to be Justin E, followed by Art by Julie E. Just before me was Gert of Gert Creates. So if you missed her, please go back and watch. This is it for me today, and I hope that you did get something out of it, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.